Message from the Senate. Madam Speaker, I hereby announce the passage by the Senate of the following House file, herewith returned as amended by the Senate, in which amendments to concurrence of the House is respectfully requested. House file number 4490, an act relating to agriculture. The message is signed Cal R. Ludeman, Secretary of the Senate. Poppy moves that the House concur in the Senate amendments to House file number 4490 and that the bill be repassed as amended by the Senate.
Representative Poppy, on your motion to concur with the Senate amendments to House File 4490.
Yes, Madam Speaker and members, I do wish to concur. The Senate did a couple of things that we are in agreement with. One of those was to reformat the language so it very clearly states that the spending will come from federal dollars. That was our intention, and that was in our bill as it left the House. But the Minnesota Management and Budget asked for clarifying language to be more specific to that. So our nonpartisan staff was able to prepare that, and both the House and Senate agree that was and is our intent, and so the language is tighter. We also, the funding for the veterinary diagnostic lab is a little less prescriptive. The intent remains that the funding will come out of the agreed money that gets sent to the University of Minnesota, but out of that, they'd be able to determine how they would fund the vet diagnostic lab. And then the remaining item was $200,000 that we designated for farmers and producers whose businesses were impacted by COVID-19. That language was different from what the Senate wanted the language to be, so we actually split the difference. The Senate wants to spend the amount for meat processors, and so the language now reads that $100,000 will be spent for meat processors and $100,000 will be spent for the farmers and producers. And also with that language, it does allow MDA to move funds between the two, so whatever the greater need might be, that can be met. So those were the changes. We are in agreement to those changes, and I would support the concurrence and ask for a yes vote.
Any discussion on the motion to concur? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. The motion prevails. The clerk will give the bill its third reading as amended by the Senate.
Third reading, House file number 4490, as amended by the Senate.
Third reading. Discussion to the bill. Representative Poppy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members. This, again, just to be very clear, no general fund spending is done in this bill, but it is a good, solid bill within Ag Finance. We have a number of provisions in there that relate to farm safety, the vet diagnostic lab. We really want to support our farmers during these troubling times, and this is a good bill. We passed it a couple of days ago. The Senate just passed it with these changes, and I would ask for everyone's vote to say yes.
The clerk will take the roll on House File 4490 as amended by the Senate.
Acom.
Acom, aye.
Acom, aye. Albright.
Albright, aye.
Albright, aye. Anderson.
Anderson, aye.
Anderson, aye. Backer.
Backer, aye.
Backer, aye. Bonner.
Bonner, aye.
Bonner, aye. Barr. Barr, no. Baker. Baker, aye. Becker, Finn.
Becker, Finn, aye.
Becker, Finn, aye. Bennett.
Bennett, aye.
Bennett, aye. Bernardi.
Bernardi, aye.
Bernardi, aye. Bierman.
Bierman, aye.
Bierman, aye. Bow.
Bow, aye.
Bow, aye. Brand.
Brand, yes.
Brand, aye. Cantrell.
Cantrell, aye.
Cantrell, aye. Carlson, A.
Carlson, A, aye.
Carlson, A, aye. Carlson, L.
Carlson L, aye.
Carlson, L, aye. Christensen.
Christensen, aye.
Christensen, aye. Claflin.
Claflin, aye.
Claflin, aye. Considine.
Considine, aye.
Considine, aye. Daniels.
Daniels, aye.
Daniels, aye. Doubt. Doubt, aye. Davids, aye. Davney,
Dabney, aye.
Davney, aye. Dean,
Dean, aye.
Dean, aye. Damath, aye. Detmer,
Detmer, aye.
Detmer, aye. Driscollowski,
Guskowski, aye.
Driscollowski, aye. Eklund,
Eklund, aye.
Eklund, aye. Edelson,
Edelson, aye.
Edelson, aye. Elkins,
Elkins, aye.
Elkins, aye. Erickson,
Erickson, aye.
Erickson, aye. Fabian,
Fabian, aye.
Fabian, aye. Fisher,
Fisher, aye.
Fisher, aye. Franzen,
Hanson, aye.
Franzen, aye. Freiberg,
Freiberg votes yes.
Freiberg, aye. Garofalo,
Garofalo, aye.
Garofalo, aye. Gomez,
Gomez, aye.
Gomez, aye. Green,
Green, aye.
Green, aye. Grossel,
Rossel, aye.
Grossel, aye. Grunhagen,
Grunehagen, aye.
Grunhagen, aye. Gunther,
Gunther, aye.
Gunther, aye. Haley,
Haley, aye.
Haley, aye. Halverson,
Halverson, aye.
Halverson, aye. Hamilton,
Hamilton, aye.
Hamilton, aye. Hanson,
Hanson, aye.
Hanson, aye. Hassan,
Hassan, aye.
Hassan, aye. Hausman,
Hausman, aye.
Hausman, aye. Heinrich,
Heinrich, aye.
Heinrich, aye. Heinzman,
Heinzman, aye.
Heinzman, aye. Her,
Aye.
aye. Hertos,
Hertos, aye.
Hertos, aye. Hornstein,
Hornstein, aye.
Hornstein, aye. Howard,
Howard, aye.
Howard, aye. Hewitt,
Hewitt, aye.
Hewitt, aye. Johnson, Johnson, aye. Jordan,
Jordan, aye.
Jordan, aye. Jurgens,
Jurgens, aye.
Jurgens, aye. Keel, Keel, Cleavorn,
Claiborne, aye.
Cleavorn, aye. Cagle,
Cagle, aye.
Cagle, aye. Katiza Wattoon,
Katiza Wattoon, aye.
Katiza Wattoon, aye. Kosnick, Kosnick, aye. Kresha,
Grisha, aye.
Kresha, aye. Kunish Podine,
Kunish Podine, aye.
Kunish Podine, aye. Lehman,
Lehman, aye.
Lehman, aye. Lee, Lee, aye. Lesh,
Lesh, aye.
Lesh, aye. Liebling,
Liebling, aye.
Liebling, aye. Lean,
Lean, aye.
Lean, aye. Lilly,
Lily, aye.
Lilly, aye. Lippert,
Lippert, aye.
Lippert, aye. Lislegard,
Lislegard, aye.
Lislegard, aye. Long,
Long, aye.
Long, aye. Lucero,
Lucero, yes.
Lucero, aye. Lewick, Lewick, aye. Mahoney,
Mahoney, aye.
Mahoney, aye. Mann,
Man, aye.
Mann, aye. Mariani, Mariani, aye. Markwart,
Markwart, aye.
Markwart, aye. Mason,
Mason, aye.
Mason, aye. McDonald,
McDonald, aye.
McDonald, aye. Mecklin,
Meckland, aye.
Mecklin, aye. Miller,
Miller, aye.
Miller, aye. Moeller,
Moeller, aye.
Moeller, aye. Moran,
Moran, aye.
Moran, aye. Morrison,
Morrison, aye.
Morrison, aye. Munson,
Munson, aye.
Munson, aye. Murphy,
Murphy, aye.
Murphy, aye. Nash, Nash, aye. Nelson M,
Nelson M, aye.
Nelson M, aye. Nelson N,
Nelson N, aye.
Nelson N, aye. New, aye. Noor,
Nor, aye.
Noor, aye. Nornis,
Nornis, aye.
Nornis, aye. Novotny,
Novotny, aye.
Novotny, aye. O'Driscoll,
O'Driscoll, aye.
O'Driscoll, aye. Olson,
Olson, aye.
Olson, aye. O'Neill,
O'Neill, aye.
O'Neill, aye. Pulowski,
Pulowski, aye.
Pulowski, aye. Purcell,
Purcell, aye.
Purcell, aye. Petersburg,
Petersburg, aye.
Petersburg, aye. Pearson.
Pearson, aye.
Pearson, aye. Pinto.
Pinto, aye.
Pinto, aye. Poppy.
Poppy, aye.
Poppy, aye. Poston.
Poston, aye.
Poston, aye. Pryor.
Pryor, aye.
Pryor, aye. Quam.
Quam, aye.
Quam, aye. Richardson.
Richardson, aye.
Richardson, aye. Robbins.
Robbins, aye.
Robbins, aye. Runbeck. Runbeck, aye. Sandell.
Sandell, aye.
Sandell, aye. Sandsted.
Sandsted, aye.
Sandsted, aye. Sauk.
So, aye.
Sauk, aye. Schumacher.
Schumacher, aye.
Schumacher, aye. Schultz.
Schultz, aye.
Schultz, aye. Scott.
Scott, aye.
Scott, aye. Stevenson.
Stevenson, aye.
Stevenson, aye. Sundin.
Sundin, aye.
Sundin, aye. Swazinski.
Swazinski, aye.
Swazinski, aye. Tabke.
Tabke, aye.
Tabke, aye. Tice.
Tice, aye.
Tice, aye. Torkelson. Torkelson.
Torkelson. Torkelson, aye.
Torkelson, aye. Erdahl. Erdahl, aye. Vang.
Vang, aye.
Vang, aye. Vogel.
Vogel, aye.
Vogel, aye. Wagenius.
Wagenius, aye.
Wagenius, aye. Waslowick.
Weslewick, aye.
Waslowick, aye. West.
West, aye.
West, aye. Winkler. Winkler, aye. Walgamot.
Wolgamott, aye.
Walgamot, aye. Zhang Jie.
Song J, aye.
Zhang Jie, aye. Zhang Ti. Zhang Ti.
Zhang T, aye.
Zhang Ti, aye. Joachim.
Joachim, aye.
Joachim, aye. Speaker Hortman. Speaker Hortman, aye. Keel.
Keel, aye.
Keel, aye.
There being 133 ayes and 1 nay, the bill is repassed as amended by the Senate and its title agreed to.